Hi, I'm Dr. Erica Latcher from Spring Hill Equine and the podcast Straight from the Horse Doctor's Mouth. Today, we're going to talk about all things saddle fitting with Philip Guenther from Equine-SaddleFit.
Hello, everybody.
All right, let's talk saddle fit.
Let's talk saddle fit.
Yeah.
What do you want to start with?
Well, I think we should start with drawing on her, right?
Should we start with drawing? Okay, we start with the basic drawings.
All right.
Just, use everything that I have in here.
Okay.
Right? So we start with the drawing. Okay, so first thing we start with, just to have some basics, is the shoulder blade, because that is moving when you're riding the horse into that direction.
Okay.
A little bit here. Then we want to stay away from this triangle, right, behind the wither, because all the information from the brain go through here, down here, all through here, into the tail and down here. And whatever you have here that's pinching or a saddle that's rocking on there will stop the horse from its movement, right?
I like that you make sure you know, so you put X's on it.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, you're
for
like, no.
not good, right?
Okay,
X's
all
is
right.
not good.
Okay.
Little smileys would be good.
Okay.
Right, just to make that clear, right? Okay. So, and then the third one is T18, which is the last rib pair, which is connected so it can carry the weight of the rider.
Okay.
Right? So all horses have 18 rib pairs. Arabians just have 17, so they are always a little bit shorter, just to let you know. It's not an Arabian, but I just wanted to pass that information. So we are here, right? So then we know we are allowed to be between that, and then we have the spine, which is here, and then we have the big back muscle, which you can feel, which starts here. This is somewhere here. So give us some marks over here, and then you can feel it when you just feel it down here, and then it makes a little break here and just falls down here where you can feel that ribs. So it's up here.
So that's the start of where like the ribs are coming off.
This is where the ribs are coming off. You have the big back muscle here. So this is more like, okay, we like that. So we want to be the saddle in that area from the panels that we have on it.
Okay.
So this is where we want to have it, right? So this is the basic of how to start.
So you take that information then, and using all of your knowledge about saddles, you say, okay, I'm gonna take that knowledge and think, okay, this brand is probably gonna fit her better, or there's probably certain things in your head that just drawing that picture makes you think of, right?
Yeah, so what we of course, we have different kind of breeds that we have. We have the horses that are higher withered, like her, right? We have the horses that are more rounder and less higher withered, but we have also, so she's more on the middle side. We have, when we talk about huge warm bloods, right? We have even higher withers, right?
Okay.
So this is the first thing when you start here. It doesn't matter which discipline you're riding, if you're riding Western or English, whatever, but we just have these differences in the horses. So you start with that, and then you say, okay, because all the different saddles are built differently. So when we start here, the first thing we have to think about is how is the head of the saddle, which is the front, built here, and how is it going to cover up this section to not end up in this triangle here.
Okay.
So this is the first thing, and we, to keep it easy, there's an A shape and there's an U shape. So A shape is more for higher withers, and a U shape is more for rounder horses when we stay in English. A little bit different in Western, but it's just keep it English because we've got two English saddles here.
Yeah.
This is the difference in that, right? So she's more on the higher withered side, so to say. So we have to make sure, okay, we have to find enough clearance on top of the wither, 2 to 3 fingers when the rider sits on, and also left and right.
So you're going to want to, once we put the saddle on and decide what saddle we have, we're also going to want to see the rider on the saddle.
Always.
Always. Okay.
Mandatory. Because this is just to get an idea how it could look like and how it should look like. Then we always take the saddle, put it on, and see, does it fit or does it not fit? And if it does not fit, is it adjustable or not, right?
Right.
So if we have something that's not adjustable because it's just built the way it's built, so there's no gullet plate in there, or it's foam panels, so you can't adjust anything with that, then you get stuck with that because you can't adjust it to the horse, because the most important thing is whatever you have, whatever discipline you ride, this is just to cover this up and just make it, so to say, negative of the back's horse, and that's what the saddle has to look like on the side.
Okay.
On the downside. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to grab one and see how it looks?
Of course we're going to grab one.
All right.
So we want to start with this one.
Sure.
And just, it's a jumping saddle, right? The other one is a jumping too. Slightly different cuts. This one is not adjustable. No gullet in here. Foam panels here. So foam panels are always a little bit not as thick as the Wolflock ones.
Okay.
You will see that later in the video too. So next step would be, of course, there are a couple of other measurements coming from just 4 to 8 to 125 different things you can measure to really cover that. So just having this is really the basics. But there are devices that are used from pressure pads over measurement grids, whatever, to make it more detailed and more detailed and more detailed.
Okay.
But as long as you have the horse and saddle together, you can do it like that and just put it on the horse and see how it goes, right? So, jumping saddle, we got the gullet that's here behind the shoulder blade. This one always goes a little bit forward, so it's on the shoulder, but this is flexible.
Okay.
So this is fine. So, but if you put it on here, we can see, hopefully, two things. So this one is a little bit like a rocket launcher, like I call it. It's a little bit uphill, right?
Seems less than ideal.
Yes. So what I would like to be is, when we just talk about the balance to the ground of the horse, because she's standing perfectly square, is a little bit more like something like that.
Okay.
Right? And then you see, okay, we got a gap here. First thing. The length, if you just see how long are the panels and how long are they allowed to be, that's fine, right? And the third thing is, because we talked about that, having contact or pinching in this triangle, and if you just put your fingers in here and see where the contact is, you put the saddle out, you see it's directly here.
Okay.
So this is where we don't want it to be, because it's too pinching here. We've got nice clearance here, that is fine, but not left and right from the shoulders. So I would assume if you would ride this horse in that saddle, she will always be a little bit on the, I don't like that, try to get my back out of that feeling.
And she's a chestnut mare, so she'd be clear about that.
Of course, she's probably a bit opinionated about that as well. So this is not going to work because it's not adjustable.
And it's foam.
And it's foam.
And we don't have an adjustable tree, as you said. So,
Correct.
like, what we have is what we have with the saddle.
Is what we have.
And we have no options.
Correct.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
So let's give it a try with the other one, which we already know, and you can see it. We got wool flocking.
Please stand by.
Yep, just to convert that, you know.
Ooh. There
These
we go.
are much thicker panels, right?
Yep, much thicker. Holy
You
cow.
can feel the gullet in here. It's adjustable here, so we can change the balance of the saddle. Also a jump. A little bit more forward flap, but this has nothing to do with this. Is more for the rider than for the fit of the horse. And funny-wise, when we put it on, we see we have even more clearance here. This is nearly too much clearance, right? It's too narrow here, which pushes this upwards. This too much down, and then you have a little bit bridging here.
Okay.
So it's the same problem like the first one, but with special tools, you can open up that gullet, so everything that's here comes a little bit deeper.
Okay.
This comes a little, so when this comes deeper, this comes a little bit higher, and then you got the balance.
And then because it's wool flocked, we could adjust things.
You can still adjust the wool flocking, but the balance is always coming from here.
Okay, okay.
So there are a lot of jump riders that are out there and that I see that have these problems, that they have too much room here, and they start out this padding to make it like that. But the problem is not caused here, it's caused here. That's just biomechanical physics.
Got it, okay.
So open this up, brings this down, this a little bit higher, and then we bring it in balance.
And that's the difference in a saddle where we have some options.
Yes.
Cool.
So this is the difference. So it doesn't fit at this moment, but it's adjustable. And
so like maybe it's not the saddle, if we were buying a new saddle just for this horse, maybe it's not the saddle we would start with. But if it was a saddle we had and we needed to make it work, we could do that.
Whatever you buy, the most important thing is it is adjustable to the horse. But when you have probably a shoe size that you are in, right? And it works or it doesn't, right? And with these, it doesn't matter if it's a new one, because whoever built that saddle didn't know the horse.
Okay.
Right? So you can get these saddles in different kind of M's or XL's or however you measure that, in different tree sizes and things like that. But without the final adjustment, without tracing the horse, you will never ever fit that. When you don't have this will not work. You get an idea, but without this, measuring that,
Yep.
you got lost,
All right.
right?
Awesome.
Okay,
Okay, so let's try a third one that's closer to a fit for her. How about that?
that's a good idea.
All right.
So we had the first one was not adjustable. Second one need to be adjusted. So we're getting closer and closer. This is also adjustable, but it's just a different cut. Also the wool panels in here, just to give you an idea, to get closer and closer to that, to have the balance on that, right? We're using the whole surface that we have. Still a little bit too high here, but we're getting closer.
Okay.
So just slightly like that. But, she's standing here in the cross ties. When you ride her, she's probably lifting up her back, and then of course, we have a different shape. So this is why after putting the saddles on the horse, seeing if they fit, adjust them, I always need to see the rider ride the horse.
It's like putting your shoe on and walking around the store.
That's the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be pretty in the box, but it's got to be functional too.
Yeah.
So.
And even if it fits, you never know if the horse really likes it.
That is so
That's
true.
another thing, right?
Ugh.
Or the rider likes it. So both have to ride in it, make themselves comfortable, and then ride for a while, see, hey, how does it really work in all kind of gaits, right?
All right.
So-
Awesome.
Yep.
And you can see on this one, even though it's not perfect, everything is much more level than
Much
it was
more
on
level.
either of the other
You
two.
still have enough clearance here, right?
Yeah.
And then, we have to see how she moves under that to really get the clear picture on that.
Perfect. So top 3 mistakes we all make trying to get a saddle.
Top 3 mistakes.
Yeah. Or things you wish we knew.
Things to know is get something that is just adjustable, no matter what brand it is,
Okay.
because horses are individuals, and none of them look like the other, even if they are same breed, same mother, same father, nearly
Yeah.
the same age. They're just different. So it's always an individual answer, and what fits the one probably doesn't fit the other, or the other way around, right? So just get something adjustable, and get somebody that is into that, right? There are a lot of people into saddles, a lot of people but we're going to talk about that later on.
Yeah.
So get somebody that hopefully has got an idea how to do that, and just ask other people about their opinions, about who they deal with, who they work together with, and they will pretty quickly find the good ones.
Okay.
Right?
All
And
right.
then take your time and listen to your feeling, and not let you be talked into something.
Got it.
This is the
If
three
you don't like
things.
it, you probably
If you don't like
it.
it, you don't like it, and
Yeah.
you don't have to make a decision that moment, that second, that day. If you have the feeling, don't do it. You don't have to favor anybody else other than your horse.
Got
and
it.
yourself.
And if you want more information on SaddleFit, we are about to go record a podcast on it, so you can find our SaddleFit podcast and have even more to discuss.
Those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like